They're pretty stupid chickens. The chicken will eat dang near anything. But anyhow, that's what I'm doing. When I get this one fixed, I'll show you how it works. I'm sure that you've probably seen these online before. There's other guys that make them. I'm just stealing an idea from, well, I'm not stealing, I'm just copying an idea that looks like it might work pretty good. I'll be back. Alright, well, we got her made. I use the friction method. Just make the hole just a tad bit smaller. And when you shove it, the pipe in there, it sort of gets stuck, but you can see the food down in there. And I didn't put very much inside yet. I'll fill it up. But we'll see if they, I'm going to stick it in their pen. It's big and bulky. It takes up a lot of room. But I'm pretty sure I can't put this on the outside of the fence. Maybe cut the fence and slide this, you know, in. I'm going to try that first. Because it'd be nice if I could leave this on the outside. But we're going to see how it works. I'll see how it works. I'll go in there and cut a hole and see if I can't slide it up there and see if they'll use it. I'm sure they'll use it. I'm sure they'll use it when they find it. It might take them a little while to find it. But we'll see how it works here. I'll show you after I get it set up. Okay, well, here's Whitey. She's always curious about what I'm doing. All right, well, I sort of stuck it through the fence. I'll get a lid for it. I stuck it through the fence so that they could reach it. And then I set it on the rock, and then I wired it to the fence so they can't push it away. I saw one with her head in there already. They'll figure it out when they get hungry. And then I'm going to put a water bucket right next to it, and I'll run a hose so that it goes right into that water bucket. So whenever it's empty, I just walk in here, pour some food in it. See? She's looking at it. Oh, stick your head in there. Bark, bark, bark. You can do it. I'm hoping they get their feathers back, because unfortunately, when you don't cut spurs on a rooster, that's what happens to their backs when they mount them, which is pretty rough. Plus, he's got some really long spurs. They're getting the food off the floor right now that they dumped on the floor. I know you're not hungry because I already fed you eggs and all kinds of stuff this morning, eggshells, and I'm going to make them smaller. I got their old box in there, which takes up too much room. I'm going to make them 2 or 3 boxes. They seem fine. The move, they didn't like it right off the get-go, but they're using their little roost. I'll have to clean this more often, but it won't be more than reaching in, opening the big door, reaching in with a rake and pulling it out and throwing some more straw in. I just can't let it go very long or it'll be out. You know what, to try to get in there and get it done. But yeah, that was the other feeder I was using. You had to fill that up once a day, if not twice, in the morning, and they mow it down. But I'll go see if I can't find some lids. I got some, and I'm gonna go ahead and make the water. I'm gonna do the water the same way, right next to it, and that way, food's on the outside, water's on the outside, easy for me to get to, easy for them to get to. Yeah, looks like it'll work all around. Pretty easy. Whoever invented that, good job, because I like it. I'll make another one for the chicks and a water for the chicks. See, she's gonna stick her head in there. Yep, there you go. There's a chicken, found it right off the get-go. See, they'll find it. Didn't you? You gonna stick your head in there, Whitey? She goes, I don't know if I'd like sticking my head in there. Yeah, I wouldn't want to stick my head in the hole either. And through summer, I got gaps all around up here. And through summer, I'll get all those closed off with boards. So it's a little windy in here. I want it sort of windy. I want them to have a lot more ventilation than they did in that other coop. The other coop was built for 3 or 4 chickens. Well, through the years, I've gone from 3 or 4 chickens to, well, I got 22 now, or 20, no, 31 with the chicks. So I got a whole bunch of chickens, and I'm going to have more when I'm all done. I'm going to build another coop right there for that hole, and then I'm going to build a chick spot for right here. And then I'm going to build another cage right here, because I probably want to sell laying hens, you know, because if things get bad, people are going to be buying hens. I'd probably get 10 or 15 bucks out of them, 20 bucks. And a hen probably make $200 to $300 a year in yeah, well, you guys are gonna have to work at it one at a time, man. In their lifetime, in just eggs, and then a chicken. I mean, you can, in all reality, when the chicken's not laying eggs no more, most farmers, those hens go in the stew pot. You try to give the little guys the best life you can. And when I get my little free ranging thing, they'll be able to go anywhere in the yard that I want them to go and get grass and bugs and everything they need. But yeah, anyhow, I'm rambling. I'll be back. We got the third in here checking it out. Decided to call him, well, he's the third. He's, I don't know if he's going to like it with his comb. Maybe brushes on that. We're going to find out. I mean, he'll have to get used to it if he gets hungry enough. Yeah, see? He stuck his head in there. And he's getting it. He stuck his head in there, but his comb on top of his head is hitting the top of the tube. Figured that'd freak him out a little bit. I just filled it up, and the chickens love it when I come crinkling that bag. I don't know what it is. They just like to come watch you dump the grain in their feeder. What do you think of that? Third? 3? I don't know what I'm going to call you. But they all seem a lot happier. There's not so much turmoil. Right now I got Clyde in the other pen with Junior, and so far they're not clashing too bad. Clyde's a little bit tougher than he is. I'd rather have the gene that he has as far as having roosters that aren't so doggone mean to people. Yeah, see, she's looking in there. She doesn't know what to think of it either. It's the first time she goes, And the one that's looking at it right there, those two, they had a sister and she just died. I don't know what happened to her. She could have got hurt when Junior and him were fighting in there. I think that had a lot to do with some of the illnesses, or the water belly, because water belly can be caused by dusty conditions. And these guys were just always kicking up dust. It even got to me. I actually had to wear a mask in there. So, only time I've ever wore a mask through the whole pandemic is when I go into the chicken coop, because they're kicking up their dust. And that dust is, well, it's not dirt. It's straw dust and dried up poop. But anyhow, so far everybody's adjusting well to their little move. I just got to get their few odds and ends, so it's a lot less time on me to take care of them. And then we'll be good to go. All right, well, got me a bucket for water. You can buy these little jobbers right here, these little cups. It's got a little flow valve in there, and they hit that when they're drinking, and it fills it up with more water. Just drill a hole in it and screw it in. Piece of cake. This old bucket I used to use for when I got clay, and I would spin a paddle in there, a mixing paddle, and it was full of dirt, rocks, sand, and clay. And so all that muck in there is nothing but clay. So I just want everybody to see this. They're thinking, wow, that water, that's going to be bad for them. No, It's just clay that actually got scratched into that surface. It'll be it doesn't even come off. You can't even wash it off. It doesn't get into the water, and it's clay. I mean, they eat dirt. I mean, they're over there eating dirt right now. So we're gonna go ahead and hook this up on a. I'm gonna put this on a rock and slide it through one of those things and wire it to a wall and fill it with water and see how long it takes before they find it.